reclaiming beautiful and positive interpretations of yourself. This is such a specific message and energy. I feel like this is not going to connect with everybody, but I'm speaking to somebody who's maybe been very misunderstood, chronically misunderstood, or maybe just had a life of literally misunderstanding yourself, or having the beautiful interpretations of yourself and knowing like your intentions and where you're coming from, having those like taken again and again, having those distorted again and again, and then not even realizing that you're spending years interpreting yourself slowly but surely through those misunderstandings and those misinterpretations, and you've just been packing it on to the point that you have lost sight of your own truth and where you are truly coming from and who you truly are. And I feel like I'm really speaking to somebody who's very you're distorted the way you view yourself, and that could even show up physically too, but especially emotionally and internally. And it's not that that's all negative. You've made the best of that. Like, you found positive ways to learn or teach from going through this. However, there's a lot that wants to be reclaimed, because if you took another look at it all and you were like really realizing yourself, you would see that all the things you were really harsh on yourself with and like have worked so hard to adjust, alter, change, whatever, they never came from that place that they've been labeled in the first place, if that makes sense. For example, there might have been preferences that you had that were labeled as being superior, like you were acting arrogant or superior or better than somehow. You know, maybe you were, and then you thought to yourself, oh my gosh, am I doing that? Like, is that how I see the world? And you've worked a long time to kind of correct that in yourself. But if you were to go back to that, you would see that it never was in any way you feeling better than, superior, or anything from the inside. It was actually just your honest expression of what was your preference or what you wanted, what resonated for you, and you had enough authenticity or boldness to express that. And I feel like we're having to undo, like, a lot of this letting the past go and all of this stuff is like having to undo our own now things that we've built of ourself, our own interpretations of our own self. We're having to reclaim and realize, like, you know, this doesn't make sense, but it's like we're digging ourselves out, we're burying ourselves out. And even if yourself is changing, adjusting, all of this, that is part of the change adjustment process. Even if you have to go put a funeral on for yourself, well, you damn well better put a funeral on for you, not all the rubble that you're buried in. You know, you want to put you in that burial, not ever all the other bullshit with you. I don't know if that makes sense either, but